Won't need no more at the warm side of the door. Sorry. That song stuck in my head after watching this on Blu-ray. That's a song that's featured in the montage when this character is working at the toy store. This 80s song. I don't like using the word cheesy. If you use it for that song, I can understand. But I actually didn't mind the song. The warm side of the door. Now, this was a very nice gift from one of my best friends, Efree. Very kind of him to do so. He didn't have to do that. Very welcome surprise. And apparently he also pre-ordered the Blu-ray of Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2, which comes out in December. I will definitely review and watch that when that comes in. Because I really enjoy that film. That apparently has an interview and a commentary with Eric Freeman. Alright, here it comes. Red car. Good point. For those who follow my channel, I have reviewed all 5 of the Silent Night, Deadly Night movies. The only ones I enjoy are the first 2. 3, 4, and 5 I thought sucked. But yeah, I have the reviews on here if I remember. I'll put the playlist down below if you want to watch those reviews. And the first Silent Night, Deadly Night I enjoy. I thought this guy here did a really good job. Robert Brian Wilson. The film actually takes its time to tell a story about how this kid went through all this horrible stuff. The crazy batshit grandpa. That's a memorable scene. He sees his parents get murdered by a robber who has a Santa suit. He gets sent to an orphanage with this mother superior who you just hate her. And it's the actress who played a small role as a forensic person in Predator 2. Brief role. And he gets his job at this toy store when he's about 18 years old, but then they put him in a Santa outfit. He goes apeshit. He starts killing people. Linnea Quigley gets on some antlers, cutting a guy's head off when it's going down on a sled. Anyway, feel free to check out my review. I think this is one of the better slasher films. Got a lot of controversy that it did not deserve. Siskel and Ebert, they were even giving names of the production on their program, saying these people should never work again, which I think is more morally bankrupt and morally fucked up than anything in this movie, because it's a movie. But what Siskel and Ebert were doing was trying to fuck over people's livelihood. Some of them probably have kids to feed. So Siskel and Ebert, may you rest in peace. On the flip side, I have no respect for you. Either of you two guys. I don't. They pull that shit with Friday the 13th as well. I'm sorry, they're two assholes. I gotta say that. I get it. I know we have all our opinion. But people call me assholes, so I can call them assholes. But getting to the Blu-ray of this, I know it's 4 minutes in. Pretty good Blu-ray if you're a fan of the film. There's this side with the original poster. Pretty memorable poster. You made it through Halloween. Now try and survive Christmas. And it is a 2-disc. One is the theatrical cut, the other is the unrated version. I'm not sure why anyone would watch a theatrical cut and just go to the unrated, but oh well. On the theatrical version, you have a trailer, you have radio spot, you have TV spots, you have a trailer for what came out on VHS, which that was pretty cool. And disc 2 is where the majority of features are. This is a pretty cool cover too. Simple but effective. A lot of the dead bodies here. are from the film. The guy who we see a hammer in his head, the guy who gets thrown through the window and there's glass in his face. There's Linnea Quigley and the woman he shoots with an arrow, bow and arrow. The guy gets his head cut off. That was a pretty cool touch. Punish. We have 2 commentary tracks. I listened to one, which was a pretty decent commentary track. It was with actor Robert Brian Wilson and also one of the co-executive producers, Scott J. Schneid. It was, they talked about their experience working on the film, shooting the film, a little bit about the controversy that happened, and how they felt about that. Both seemed pretty positive about the making of the flick. I didn't get a chance to listen to the other commentary, which is with one did it right. Michael Hickey, who is the writer, Perry Botkin, who I think worked on the music, Scott J. Schneid, and Michael Spence. Scott J. Schneid was one of the co-executive producers. Michael Spence was the editor and second unit director. And yet Perry Botkin was the composer. And most of these people are interviewed as well on the making of, which is the best part of the film. It's a 45-minute making of. A lot of good info. For some reason, I remember reading in reviews that they were harsh on the film and talking shit about the film. Not the case. Not the case at all. I didn't really hear much of anybody talking shit about the film. I mean, you want to see that. The Leviathan Blu-ray, the effects guys did with that. No one really did it with this. So, I'm not sure what that reviewer was talking about. But there was an original screenplay and an original title called He Sees You When You're Sleeping. They just took the Chrono idea and then they got this guy, Michael Hickey, to do a rewrite on the film. And the original title they wanted for this was Sleigh Ride, all in one word. And I like this title better, though. Silent Night, Deadly Night. Just has a ring to it. Sleigh Ride could work as well, but I don't know. Better ring to this title. Now, the 2 producers, Scott J. Schneid and Dennis Whitehead, they had developed the film. But then what happened was this fucking guy named Ira took it away from them. And they couldn't really do anything about it. So the 2 co-executive producers, which this was pretty much their baby, they didn't make any money off it. They didn't have anything to do with sequels or anything of that nature. TriStar was coming up, and this is going to be one of the first releases for TriStar, which was interesting. It was cool to see that the star, Robert Brian Wilson, he does a lot of the talking on the 45-minute making of, which I enjoyed because I really liked his performance in this, and it was cool to see him how he is today. He seems pretty positive about the film. I guess the original editor, he edited the film only in wide shots, which was a big no-no, so he got fired. And that's why this second unit guy, get his name again, Michael Spence, he also became the editor because of what happened. When the release of the film, it was released in about 400 screens, and it was going to go wide to like 1,200 screens in 2 weeks. I guess it was doing fairly well until the controversy happened. They talked about the whole Siskel and Ebert, their review of it, and Robert Brian Wilson talks about how it was working with the other actors, uh, the death scenes. Composer talked about how he worked on the music. Pretty much, all you could find out about Silent Deadly Night. I mean, 45 minutes is a good length to this, and they got a good chunk of people. Because the director, Charles E. Cellier Jr., he unfortunately passed away, I think, in 2011. I'm not sure if you pronounce it Cellier or Cellier. Might be Cellier. But it's pretty positive. Not really a lot of shit talking, which I appreciate. And it doesn't deserve it, because it's a pretty damn good flick. But that's definitely the best part of this. The picture quality, watching the unrated version, it looks nice. It's funny though, I did notice a lot of like dots and white lines as if they were scratches and grain. I don't know if I had something up too high or something, but I noticed that a lot. But it didn't bother me because maybe like I was seeing in the theater back in 1984. I don't know if that's the case in the theatrical cut because I just watched the unrated version. But I mean, it's definitely looks better than the DVD I had. But if you're looking for it to be picture perfect with zero white dots and white like little, they look like scratches. Like you're not getting that. But if it doesn't bother you, then it's fine. The audio wasn't fucked up like some releases of recent months, like The Nameable and Lionheart and The Changeling. The audio's not fucked up on it. It's sad that you have to mention that as a positive. There's also a 10-minute little featurette where they look at set locations. It was alright, but the thing is, there was no host and no dialogue. It was just they show the scene from the movie, then they show the scene, the location how it is now, and it's text. I appreciate more of a host. Like, why not Sean Clark? Does Sean Clark, like, the only time I've seen him recent, feels like years, was for the Blu-ray of In the Mouth of Madness. Does he just not do this stuff anymore? Is he busy doing other ventures? What's the deal? If someone knows, feel free to give me a clue. Like, why couldn't you have Sean Clark do that? If you're doing a location, seeing how they are nowadays, why not just get Sean Clark? I like Horror's Hallowed Grounds. Why not do that? Did Sean Clark not want? Sean Clark didn't want to do it. Did Sean Clark? Again, what is the deal with that? Why is you used to see him everywhere on these stream factories with its locations. Now, not so much. I don't understand that, but yeah. And you see, like the toy store that's in the movie. It's now a gym place. I think it's called the Mountain Gym. It's just like gym equipment in there. You have this. I don't know how old this interview is with Linnea Quigley. It's about 21 minutes long. And it's like title cards that ask a question, then it cuts to her answering it. But the footage is so excited, I'm kicking my desk. The footage is rough for video quality. That's why I kind of wonder, like, when was this done? When was this interview done? Because the video quality almost looks like VHS. It really does look like VHS quality. Or video camera. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. It's definitely not HD like the other interviews, like the 45-minute making of. I don't know what the hell the deal was. Did they just find this interview and she didn't want to do a newer interview, I guess? I mean, it was cool to hear from Linnea Quigley. Again, I don't know how old that is, but she does about getting into the business, and there's this one point where Jack Palance offered her a helicopter ride, and she said no. Some of the questions on the text are very lame. It is like a black screen with text, like, how do you feel about Christmas? How do you feel about Santa? But she also talks about how they did her death scene and the physicality of it. She does have a funny reaction to the Siskel and Ebert episode. Like she mentions, well, I think one of them was upset that he didn't get to play Santa. And I think another one of them was upset they didn't get to play the Mother Superior, which I think she thought about Jade Sisko with that and Ebert with Santa. So I think they were mad that they didn't get those parts. So I think that's why they got so upset about. Like she did, she says it much better than me, but I thought that was pretty funny. That was the best part of that. So it was cool to hear from her in some capacity. I mean, it's a very short role in the film, but definitely a memorable death scene. And then you still have the Santa's Stocking of Outrage, which was on the older DVD, but they spiffed it up a little bit more fancy. But it's text of all the bad reviews, including Mickey Rooney, who would be in Silent Night, Deadly Night 5, about how awful the film is. Poster and still gallery. And I did not realize this. I had heard about it, but I could confirm there is about an hour-long audio interview with the director, Charles E. Sellier Jr. Again, I'm not sure how to pronounce that last name. That is from deadpit.com. Wes and Aaron, CT and Uncle Bill, long ago they interviewed for deadpit.com the director. And I just, they used that, Scream Factory used that because the director passed away, like I said, around 2011 or something. So they took their episode, they just used the interview portion, and like the background is one of the houses in the movie. And the director talks about how he worked on Grizzly Adams, producing that, and he produced The Boogans, and then making Silent Night, Deadly Night, the movie. So with this, I don't really see how he could have gotten better with it. The picture quality, I'm fine with it. The cover is pretty cool. And even if you don't like it, you have the old school cover. You have an interview with the main actor, which I appreciate, and he's on one of the commentaries. He seems pretty proud of the film. You have the producers, you have the composer, you have Linnea Quigley. Again, I don't know how old it is, but at least there's something. You have an audio interview from the past with the director. May he rest in peace. TV spots trailer, video trailer. You have a second commentary with some of the other guys on the crew. You have two versions of the film. Yeah, I don't know how you could have done this better. It's a lengthy making of. It's not just 10 or 15 minutes. It's 45 minutes long. Yeah, I think if you're a fan of the film, it's worth getting in your collection. And I can't thank Efree enough. This is a very wonderful gift. Hope I did the review justice. I apologize if I seem tired. It's just work's been kicking my ass lately. So yeah, I apologize for seeming so tired. Try and do the best that I can. But yeah, if you're a fan of this is definitely worth it, in my opinion. Good presentation, good features. yeah, I don't know who else they could have gotten for interviews and such. They did a pretty good job with that, so gotta give credit. Not bad, Stream Factory, not bad. So thanks for watching, take care, and we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.